Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Wednesday, July 20th, 2016, around 3:01 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's a sunny day out today, low humidity, highs in the mid-80s, and a little bit of a breeze. Tomorrow, going to be another one of these good days, but the humidity comes up. This weekend's supposed to be a real steamer, but dry. Some news to report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox blanked the San Francisco Giants by a score 4-0. The Lowell Spinners dropped the game to State College by the score 4-2. It's Happy National Hot Dog Day. I bet a lot of hot dog stands are getting a lot of people to eat the hot dogs, and people love hot dogs. And Molly McGrath is leaving FS1 to go to the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN, when she's going to be a college football sideline reporter and work as a Sports Center anchor. So congratulations to Molly. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject for the day is about the top 10 worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history. The Boston Red Sox have had some hits and some misses in free agency since 1976. And these are the 10 worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history. Here they are. Number 10, it's a tie between Wally Fingers and Joe Rudy. 1976, they were actually signed by the Boston Red Sox because they didn't have a contract with the Oakland A's for 1976, and the Red Sox tried to sign them, and they actually did, and they were in Red Sox uniforms for 3 days, but they did not see one game action. The commissioner of baseball at the time, Bowie Kuhn, voided the deal, and both Fingers and Rudy had to go back to the Oakland A's. Vida Blue signed a contract with the New York Yankees, but Bowie Kuhn voided that. He said he voided the deals because it was not in the best interest of baseball. Number 9 on this list of the 10 worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Frank Viola. The Red Sox signed Frank Viola, pitcher who was coming off a good stretch with the Twins and the Mets, being a consistent 20-game winner and having a good ERA. And Red Sox signed Viola to a 3-year contract, hoping he and Roger Clemens could be the 1-2 punch that got the Red Sox to the American League East Championship in 1992. Frank had a decent 1992 season, but 1993, 1994, he sucked because he had arm trouble, and that was the downside of his career. Number 8 on this list of the top 10 worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Danny Darwin. Danny Darwin, a pitcher, was signed by the Red Sox in 1990 after he led the National League in ERA when he was pitching for the Houston Astros. And Danny Darwin was kind of like going back from starting pitching to relief pitching during his career. He has one great season. Red Sox signed him to a 4-year contract, thinking he would continue being a good ERA pitcher for the Red Sox and replacing Mike Boddicker, who left the Red Sox to go to Kansas City at the end of the 1990 season via free agency. What the Red Sox got was 4 mediocre seasons of Danny Darwin switching back and forth from the bullpen to the starting rotation. Number 7 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Jack Clark, designated hitter. Jack Clark was a great hitter with his time with the Giants and the Cardinals. He went to the American League in 1988. He flopped as DH for the Yankees, went back to the National League, and kind of had a little bit of a resurgence with the Padres, but his career was kind of struggling a little bit. He couldn't play the field, so the Red Sox signed him as a designated hitter. The first year, he had about 28 home runs, but the second year he stunk it up, only hitting 5 home runs. The Red Sox released him at the end of training camp in 1993, and that was the end of his major league career. Eventually, Jack Clark filed for bankruptcy in 1998. Number 6 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Pasion Shankle. Shankle was a Caribbean pitcher pitching in the Japanese league, and he had such a good ERA and a good win-loss record. Red Sox signed him to like maybe $10 million, and Pasion Shankle boasted that he would win a Cy Young Award for the Red Sox in 1997. He pitches for the Red Sox that year. He only won 1 game and had a high ERA, and the Red Sox gave up on him. Number 5 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Matt Young, 1990 pitcher. Matt Young had a mediocre record pitching for the Mariners and a couple of other teams, but when he pitched at Fenway Park, he had about a 2.25 ERA, and Lou Gorman just signed him, saying that if he has a good ERA playing at Fenway Park, if he pitches for us half the season there, it would be perfect for him. Maybe he would be a good pitcher, but he was he had a 5 and 6 ERA during his 2 seasons with the Red Sox. He was a below 500 pitcher during his Red Sox tenure. He pitched a no-hitter, but it was not an official no-hitter. He lost the game 2-1 against the Indians in April 1992, and that was the year after baseball defined no-hitters as pitchers pitching 9 or more straight innings of no-hit baseball. If they pitched anything but before 9 innings or after 9 innings with a hit in the 10th or 11th, the no-hitter was not official. Number 4 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Julio Lugo, shortstop. Julio Lugo was like on kind of the downside of his career. He was a decent fielding, defensive shortstop, and the Red Sox seemed like every year after Nomar Garcia-Pera, they needed a shortstop, and they thought Julio Lugo would be a long-term solution. They signed him to a 4-year contract. He did not do anything with the bat with the Red Sox, and he was a very poor fielder. Red Sox gave up on him in the middle of the second season of that contract in 2008. Number 3 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Carl Crawford, outfielder. The Red Sox signed him from Tampa Bay in 2010, signed him to a long-term contract, but he did not get adjusted to Fenway Park. He played 1.5 seasons. He was basically an awful player for the Red Sox, and the Red Sox traded him to the Dodgers in August of 2012, and his career declined. He's basically a free agent, but he's done, in my opinion. And number 1 on this list of the worst free agent signings in Boston Red Sox history, Panda Bear Pablo Sandoval, 2014, third baseman. Red Sox signed him to a 4-year contract. He had a very bad season in 2015, and this year he only played a handful of games, lost his starting third baseman job, and had season-ending surgery. So Pando Sandoval is the worst free agent signing in Boston Red Sox history, in my humble opinion, and I don't think he's going to be the player that played for the Giants the remainder of the 2-year contract. He's probably either going to be a bench player or an ineffective DH. And that's about it on that. I'll be back with one more video blog tonight. It will be about personality profile. Tonight's personality profile will be about actress Joanne Flug. Keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hotso so stunning, she's the best. Amy Squeezy rocks and has nice legs. Barbara gives ABC 11 in Raleigh, North Carolina, has a sweet southern accent. Linda Church is such a cool guy. And American runs on Dunkin's. Don't forget to get your coffee, iced coffee flavoring Almond Joy and Heath Bar for a limited time only. I don't drink regular coffee, but the Dunkin' Donuts flavored coffee is awesome. I'm wearing a Dunkin' Donuts t-shirt. And don't forget, any video blog suggestions, send it to me, private message me, and it will be addressed. Good day.